Hello everyone, and welcome to the learning community. Today we're going to talk about the ways to have improvement of our school, especially assisting the English language learners. In our school we have students that are from a variety of countries throughout the globe. I have passed out maps of Asia, and you can see that they are clearly in a language other than English. They're actually in Russian. We have some Russian English language learners and some Chinese English language learners, all of them from Asia. We need to start with big ideas. In the map of Asia, it's the largest continent on the earth, and the largest country is Russia. I want you to stop right now and share and talk to each other. You're teaching a geography lesson to students, and you have some that cannot speak English. What do you want the students to learn? For English language learners, you want them to absorb the learning, the content, and it's going to be done in portions, in chunks. So we're not going to look at the whole map and expect these students to run off out loud or on paper. You know what? That's not real learning. They're not absorbing this knowledge. Let's find another way. Let's teach about the largest. Let's go from the largest to the smallest. Teaching about Russia. Okay, stop and share. What do you want them to learn about Russia? Okay, you want them to learn words, vocabulary. And how will this be accomplished? Read alouds. That's the kind of text that we need to use, and we need to relate it to the country of Russia. So what do we know about Russia? Do we wonder something about Russia, and what do we want to learn about Russia? Keep thinking that in your mind. So we're looking at Eastern Russia, because that's part of Asia, and have a Russian story. And up at the top of that continent, it's very cold. So let's have it relatable to all students. I'm going to start out this way. And a wonderful story to do that is Three Snow Bears by Jan Brett. The Three Snow Bears have different characters in it. They have polar bears. They have a girl, Baluki, and she has some huskies, some dogs. Now, let's reflect. Stop and share. Let's have a little quiz. And let's think about a comparison. What would you compare the Three Snow Bears to? A story that you know. What would that story be? Excellent. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Now let's think about the story that we just read. What did you learn from the story? You always want to begin with an open-ended question. Lots of different answers, lots of different responses and learning. And then something that's very important for security within the content of this story is, what is the sequence of events in the order that it was written? Now there's something else we need to do, and it's called critical thinking. Now, sometimes when we think of critical thinking, we think of solutions, and we need some solutions so that we have a better learning environment. We want to have different areas of learning so that you can be a facilitator as a teacher, you can walk around, you can observe, you can absorb knowledge the same way the students are. Now, additionally, when we say critical thinking, we mean reflection. To be reasonable. And it also means decision making. We need to make a decision about learning, especially English language learners. And we need to have a belief, a positive belief coming forward, and we need to take action. And what is the action that we should take? We should try to make our instruction varied. Different types of instruction. Maybe someone responds very much to visuals. Our direct vocabulary instruction should have lots of visuals. It should be movable. It should be throughout the classroom. A welcoming environment. We're going to talk about Russia. Let's put some of the language in there, visuals. Let's reflect on looking at that alphabet. What does it mean to these students to learn a new alphabet? Let's think about their culture, their way of thinking. What do they think? And let's be sensitive to the varieties that we have in our classroom. Russia, Asia, culture, background knowledge. Where are these students coming from? What is their previous learning? What is their level of learning? How well do they know English? Do they know English words? In our school, from kindergarten to second grade, which is what we're focusing on today, we have higher beginners and we have intermediate students. So we need to take that into consideration. Now, how can we support the English language learners through this instruction? We need to provide the direct vocabulary instruction, but at the same time, this vocabulary instruction needs to be varied. We need to feed them words. We need to put this all together like a big salad with lots of ingredients and mix it all up. It's nutritious, it's healthy, and the culture needs to be inclusive throughout that classroom. If we work together, we can do it. Now we're going to utilize all these things, the interest, all these things. Remember, it's our salad. We're mixing it up together, and we're going to motivate these learners. They are going to want to learn more. They are going to be ignited by that previous learning. We're going to activate it, and we're going to use themes and literature. We're going to make them love books, but we're going to give them books in different varieties of materials. Digital books, videos, all kinds of things, plays, masks. We're going to create the 3 polar bear masks and have a play. If they respond in that way, we're going to do it because they are learning. We're going to have peer groups. We're going to facilitate throughout the room, but also we are going to be flexible within our instruction, no matter what. There is nothing that we can't alter a little bit to help these students learn. Background knowledge. It is very important to have a plan to get that previous learning, background knowledge, and get into there, to that mental energy, schema. Build your lessons on that background knowledge before reading comes about. Little by little, and they will create students' background knowledge and building, and the learning creates that individual that will be able to read and absorb more challenging texts throughout this instruction. Now, we have come together today as a learning community. Now, let's not just keep this here. Let's go beyond. Let's move forward. And let's think about those cultures. They are helping us to foster more ways to have a rich, linguistic culture of diversity throughout our classroom. And we are global citizens. We share the earth, and let us instill listening, speaking, reading, and writing to every student. Thank you very much. I am available for questions. I hope that we continue this thought and take action and move forward to help our English language learners. Thank you very much.